Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Buki Akimade. I'm a food blogger and I live in Lagos, Nigeria. If you're new on my channel, please click the subscribe button. It's totally free. Click the subscribe button, hit the bell also so you get notifications when I post new videos. In today's video guys, I'm going to show you how I make my concoction rice. Concoction rice is one of those things I ate a lot during my creative grade course. It was a staple basically because that was just the only thing that I could really put together really quickly and it was so yum. So today I'm going to show you how I put it together with few ingredients, but this time I'm going to add one more thing that I didn't used to add just because I can now and it adds tons of flavors. So let's get into it. For this rice, I'm using some golden Stella basmati rice, and for my pepper mix, I'm using 2 paprika peppers, onions, 3 tomatoes, 2 fresh peppers, and this I'm going to blend roughly to make my pepper mix, which is what we used to do a lot back in those days. I'm also using meat stock. I didn't used to use meat stock, but I have it today, so I'm going to use it just to add extra flavor. I'm using this herring fish called Eja Shower. I'm using this also to add a lot of flavor to this because also I have it, but typically I would have only used this dried catfish back in those days, but I'm going to use the 2 now so I can just infuse more flavors in. And then I'm only using stock powder and some salt, and of course I'm cooking this with some canola oil. I'm going to soak this fish first in hot water and then I'll debone it when it's soft. Now I'm going to roughly blend my peppers in here. Back then I would use a hand blender because I didn't have any of this and there's probably no light anyway. But I'm going to do it roughly in here, just for the same effect. This is what I was trying to achieve, roughly blended pepper. To cook my rice, I'm going to start first by making the sauce. So in this pan, I'm going to add some oil. When the oil is hot, I'm going to add in my pepper mix. It doesn't have to be a lot of pepper mix because, of course, back in the day, you're managing all the ingredients that you have. So I'm going to cook this on medium heat until it fries a little bit. And usually back then we didn't really have all that time, so we were trying to be as fast or as quick as possible in cooking this thing and maybe getting back to the lecture hall. I'm going to add in my deboned fish and a little bit of stock cubes and salt. Just a little because I'm still going to use the meat stock to cook it. So I'll fry this for another maybe 5 to 7 minutes until it's properly cooked. Dried fish is typically used to make concoction rice because it was a lot cheaper than using meat or buying meat. So I would get all kinds of dried fish just for different flavors, catfish, dried herring or whatever. And then there was this other one. Then maybe smoked fish sometimes. I would get all this fish and debone them and my rice was always so flavorful. I used to cook for my friend and I and it was always really nice. Next I'm going to add in my meat stock. I'll also add some water, enough to cook my rice. As you already know, I don't cook my rice with a lot of water to start because I believe that steam cooks your rice properly. And that way you don't end up with soggy or mushy rice. So I'm going to cover this pot now and allow this to cook for maybe 5 or 10 minutes and then I'll add my rice. This is now ready for my rice. I soaked my rice like I usually do for 5 minutes and I rinsed it under cold water. So it's not parboiled or anything, it's just been soaking for 5 minutes in really hot water. You guys, this concoction rice is like the easiest thing to cook, and it's still always so yummy, and every time I eat it, it just brings back flavors. I really like making it sometimes. I'm going to add some more water, and then I'll taste and adjust the seasoning. I'm not adding crayfish to this because I'm not a big fan of crayfish in my rice, but feel free to add in yours. I'll add the rest of this seasoning. I'm now going to cover it and let it cook until the water dries. My rice is now dry, and say hello to the most delicious concoction rice ever. Smoking hot and spicy and so yum. Simple and delicious recipe. That's it guys for this concoction rice. I can't wait to taste it. Guys, the ultimate concoction rice is ready, and trust me, look at how it looks. I already give tips for cooking the perfect rice, jollof rice, fried rice, whatever kind of rice. Individual grains of rice, you know, not sticking together. I don't like mushy rice or soggy rice. But anyway, this concoction rice is like the best. The smell, you guys. Let me just dish it here and taste it and tell you what it tastes like. And it's not even because I'm the one that cooked it. Trust me, you followed the process and you already know that this was fab. Okay, you guys, the moment of truth. It's still kind of hot, but I like hot food. You guessed it. It's so delicious, you guys. I kind of like the flavor that dried fish gives your rice. I think that's why this concoction rice is always badass, like every single time. This is so good. I want you guys to try this one. If you don't try any other recipe, try this one. And I know we all have our ways of cooking our concoction rice, but this is just my own way. Different people cook it different ways, and I'm not sure that there's a particular recipe. It's just, you know, what you find where you are, what you can lay your hands on to cook your own rice, what you have left over, or what you just have in your freezer or whatever, and you put it together. That is the typical definition of concoction rice. So it will vary from place to place and from person to person. But this is my one, and I'd like for you guys to try it. It's so yummy, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. Like I always say, leave me your comments, your questions, your suggestions in the comment section, and I'll respond to them and we can have a chat. You can find me on Instagram at the Kitchen Muse, on Twitter at KitchenMuseNG, and let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know if you have any recipe requests that you'd like to see on my channel, and I'll always consider it. Thank you so much for watching. You guys stay safe, stay blessed, wear your mask, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.